Welcome in. Once again, we're going to talk a little bit of recruiting today. Four-star quarterback Blake Hebert announces a commitment to Clemson. Before we dive into that, I want to take a minute to remind everybody, subscribe to the channel, like the videos. AllClemsonTigers.com, part of the Clemson Maven multimedia platform, covering all things Clemson athletics. As you can see, putting out more video content every week. So highly recommend hitting that subscribe button. So Clemson gets their quarterback very early in the 2025 class. Anybody that follows recruiting knows they've not taken one in 2024. Missed on several guys, Walker White, Aaron Nolan, Jaden Davis, just to name a few. But with Hebert jumping on board so early here in the 2025 cycle, that's a pretty good indicator Clemson's not going to take one in 2024. And the number for 2025 is still going to be one. Just because you don't take one in 2024 doesn't mean you take two in 2025. I don't think Hebert jumps on board this early if he knows there's a possibility Clemson could take two in the 2025 cycle. If it comes to shove and you need an extra arm, you could always go and get a grad transfer out of the portal. And you always got, people forget Trent Pearman's on the roster, a walk-on quarterback there, local to the area. At some point, it wouldn't shock me if he goes on scholarship. And he was a pretty dang good high school quarterback. Back to Hebert, though. Watched him work out at Dabo's high school camp a couple of weeks ago. Big kid, 6'3", well over 200 pounds already. And we're talking about a guy that has not even started his junior season yet. As a sophomore, threw 24 touchdowns, just one interception. I think he played in 12 games. That shows some pretty good decision making from what I could tell. He's very accurate with the football. 24/7, the composite ranks him as the 11th best quarterback in the class, number 170 overall. Wouldn't surprise me if by the time we got to signing day, he climbed a little bit in the ratings, depending on what happens. He's still got 2 more seasons of high school football play. But this gives you two cornerstone pieces on the offensive side of the ball to kickstart your 2025 class. Hebert joins Gideon Davidson, who announced a commitment on Wednesday. Big-time back out of Virginia, one of the best backs in the country. And that gives you some ammunition to use on the recruiting trail when you try to go out and add some offensive linemen to this class. We're all sitting here focused on the 2024 class, the current recruiting cycle, and Clemson's already killing it in the next recruiting class. Just kind of goes to show that the demise of Clemson and the downfall of Dabo Swinney, some of that talk might have been a little premature. This program seems to be finding its groove back on the recruiting trail, so to speak. I think that the shutdowns and the COVID had an impact on recruiting, and they're finally getting back to the level at which they were recruiting before all that stuff happened. Again, big-time quarterback pickup today, Blake Hebert out of Massachusetts. If you watch the film, maybe he's still a little bit raw, but we're talking about a guy that hadn't even started his junior season yet. He's supposed to still be a little bit raw. 2 more seasons of high school ball to go. Threw for over 1,800 yards as a sophomore. Again, 24 touchdowns, just 1 interception. Shows very good decision making. Got the accuracy, and he's got a pretty dang good arm on his shoulders. Can make all the throws by what I witnessed at camp a couple of weeks ago. So another good pickup for Clemson. Just gives you, again, 2 cornerstone pieces for that 2025 class on the offensive side of the ball. And after the way the offense has looked the past couple of years, it looks like we are headed for a resurgence on that side with the hiring of Garrett Riley. And some of these guys, they are currently getting commitments from on the recruiting trail in the 2024 class and 2025 class. We've seen them land a couple of big-time receivers in the past couple of weeks. So it looks like the future is pretty bright for Clemson on the offensive side of the ball. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Visit allclemsontigers.com. Don't forget, June 28th, Dockside, we're going to have a big recruiting blowout. Welcome everybody to come out and join us. We're going to have some giveaways, free swag, all that kind of stuff. Until then, see y'all next time.